is up, my geeks and freaks? Big Girl Geek here with a brand new review. And of course, I'm here to review The Flash, The Last Temptation of Barry Allen, Part 2. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for the Geek Out. So this is the episode pre-crisis. This is a continuation to the part 1, which was last week, of course, and that episode killed it. It had The Flash was trending. The Flash is trending again tonight. Everyone was praising Grant Gustin for his acting. He continued that. Him and Candace, they did an excellent job these last 2 episodes. These last 2 episodes felt like I was back with The Flash, and I just absolutely loved it. I love them. I love the writing. It was absolutely great. So let's just start off by just talking about some standout moments in the episode and doing a little quick recap. It picked up right where it left off with the team in Star Labs, and Cisco built some things we didn't know about. That he built a force field around Star Labs so nobody could get in. That's brand new. He also apparently was working on this device in episodes where he was missing, that if he zaps Ramsey with it, it will stop all the zombies. Very conveniently, of course, that we never heard about him working on this prior. This really felt like it could have been a Halloween episode. We had Cecile and Camilla running away from these zombies, and these scare jumps that you get in horror films and horror episodes. And I'm like, well, why wouldn't this be the episode where they did for, Halloween? But it felt like a very big Halloween episode. Zombie Barry had called Iris to the loft. And she, of course, tried to talk him down, and that didn't go so well. He kind of did a fake out kill where he was vibing his hand like he was going to kill Iris. And it was like, whoa, we've never seen Barry do that to her. The most we ever seen was Savitar, but that was still in the suit. Even though Barry was in his Flash suit, you could still see his face. And it was just that was really off-putting. But we knew he wasn't going to kill her, of course. And then her and Cisco was arguing back and forth about Barry's being really dead. And of course, I was just like, I can get through to him. I have to try again. And Cisco's like, this is what he's been preparing us for. This is it. He's dead. I'm going to use this device that I've been building, even though I haven't tested it out on anything, on Barry. And then on Ramsey, and that's just what it is. We saw Frost being completely useless. You guys, how does she have fans? Seriously, if you like Killer Frost, and we're not even trying to be funny or get into any shipping wars, she's completely useless. She was stricken this whole episode. Her and Joe was trying to fight off zombies. Joe got hurt. He's okay, but he got hurt. His back got ripped into by zombie hands, and she's just like, I can't. We need Caitlin. I can't. I don't understand, how? What is her purpose? And we seen Allegra, Iris's new employee, come up and help, and she ended up being the thing to stop everything. And she's like, I thank Frost. She's such a badass. Sis, where? Why? How? And where are you getting this? But we saw some really cool moments again with Grant as the zombie, and it wasn't really emotional. He was more scary. But we saw when Cisco tried to stop him, we saw Ramsey saying to Cisco, I knew you were the right guy for this job, to help me get into Star Labs, to use the particle accelerator to spread out my virus. And I was like, that's the same thing he said, Barry said to Cisco, and I was correct. When Iris did talk to Barry was still in there. He let himself be taken so he could try and stop Ramsey, and even though Ramsey was super strong, he was still hearing everything that Iris was saying, and he was using her lines. He was like, I'm coming home to you. He said to Cisco, I know I chose the right guy. So that's how Iris and Cisco found out that yes, Barry's still in there. He has a plan, and we have to listen to him so we can stop Ramsey. And of course, they ended up stopping Ramsey. We got to see Bloodwork morphed into what he looks like in the comics, this tall monster, and that was so cool to see. I was really excited to see that. It's the writers actually read a Flash comic, and I was really happy that this happened in this episode. What is this, 9 or something like that? And this didn't take 23 episodes to stop this villain. His plans were very forthcoming. We knew what his plans were. And he executed it out early. He wasn't waiting for anything. There was nothing he had to wait for. There weren't these little off things where he had to go to a lab, steal a part or something, and then they battle him and lose, and all this stupid stuff that they do normally when the villain's on there for the whole season, that we saw with Cicada and the Thinker from season 4 and 5. So I really appreciated that. I really appreciated where Eric was going, and he said he was going to do that. Is this like a 6A pre-crisis villain, and then there's going to be a post-crisis villain in 6B, who I'm not sure. I don't think we've gotten any hints into who that villain is going to be yet, so I'm very interested in that. So I mean, yeah, I really loved these 2 episodes, because I mean the first 2 episodes of the season 6 for The Flash have been great. Then we had some not so great episodes, and now we're back at some really great episodes, and next week is Crisis. They had this scene where it's like minutes, they're counting down minutes to Crisis, and everyone is going around telling the stories about how Barry has impacted their life, from Joe to Cecile to Cisco and Caitlin, because Frost decided that Caitlin deserves to be with her friends at this crisis time, not her. And Cisco said, I miss before doppelgangers and time travel, it was just us fighting the villains. And Iris said that she likes time travel because when Barry's in the Speed Force, she would have Cisco vibe her to the waterfront where Barry and Iris had their first kiss, the one that he did in season 1 where she found out he was the Flash and he erased that timeline. And she would watch that, and she said, because, you know, this crisis may be inevitable. They were using like Infinity War lines, but our love is more inevitable. Our love is forever. And it was just so touching and wonderful. And I felt that that should have been a moment between husband and wife, not a moment in front of Team Flash. And then we saw the sky turn red and Crisis begin. And then we saw the teaser that we got at the end of Batwoman and Supergirl and all that, which I won't talk about because we've seen it in other 2 shows. Watch my other videos and you see what I thought about that. But yeah, overall, I really did enjoy the episode. Of course, I was live on Twitter. There will be a link later in the description box where you can watch me and fans react to the episode. As always, I am trying to get to 500 subscribers by the end of this year. So I mean, I'm close. I have a lot more to go, and so I'm hoping that if you do happen to run across this video and you're not subscribed, just do me that favor, hit subscribe. You know, you don't even have to come back. Just hit subscribe for me. Help me get to that goal. But I would hope you would come back because we have a lot of fun on this channel. What did you guys think of the episode? I can't wait to discuss with you. And as always, until next video, I'm out of here. Big girl geek out. Peace. Hey, where are you going? You just watched a cool video. Subscribe.